Hello students, how are you? Hope all of you are fine and safe at your home. Students, today I give you the exercise of Silk Road, lesson number 8 from our Hornbill. So from here, page number 82, understanding the text. Give reasons for the following statement. One is the article has been titled Silk Road and we have to give reason for that. The title of the article has been named on the historic Silk Road or routes. The network connected the Afro-Eurasian landmass. It established a trade of Chinese silk, spices, tea and porcelain, Indian textile, precious stones and pepper, and the Roman Empire's gold, silver, fine glassware, wine, carpets and jewels. The road was named Silk Road largely because of the silk trade with China. In the chapter, the author travels to Mount Kailash, exploring the Himalayan belt in Tibet. Since the author explored this region, the chapter is titled as the Silk Road. Second, Tibetan mastiffs were popular in China's imperial courts. Answer. Tibetan mastiffs were popular in China's imperial courts are hunting dogs. They were bought along the Silk Road in ancient times as tribute from Tibet. They were huge black dogs used as watchdogs. They explode into action like bullets. They are furious and fearless. Third one, the author's experience at Hor was in stark contrast to earlier accounts of the place. Here, Hor was a grim, miserable place. The dust and rocks were scattered everywhere in abundance. There was little vegetation. The place seemed unfortunate and dejected, though it sat on the shore of the lake Mansarovar. The author was flabbergasted to realize the contrast in his experience to that of the earlier read accounts. A Japanese monk, Akai Kawaguchi, who had arrived there in 1990, was so moved by the sanctity of a lake that he burst into tears. He hollowed waters had a similar effect of Seven Hayden, a Swede who was not prone to sentimental outburst. However, for the author, when he reached Hor, first he had to get 2 punctures mended. The only relaxation was the tea served by a Chinese youth in the only cafe in the town. Now next is, the author was disappointed with Darjeeling. The author was disappointed with Darjeeling. The high altitude was giving him health problems. He had a bad cold and was not able to sleep at night. Since he was one of the early arrivals, there weren't any pilgrims coming to the place. The place was dusty, partially derelict and punctuated by heaps of rubble and refuse. Fifth one, the author thought that his positive thinking strategy worked well after all. The author was disappointed with Darjeeling. He also complained of bad health. Seton had left for Lhasa. He was feeling rather lonely with no pilgrims around him. It was then he met Norbu, a Tibetan who too wanted to visit Kailash. They would be a good team as both of them were academicians who had escaped from the library. The author started thinking positively and it gave him some delight and a new enthusiasm. Now next, briefly comment on the purpose of the author's journey to Mount Kailash. Answer. Nick Middleton is an Oxford professor as well as an adventurer. He follows the most difficult terrain through the Silk Road and reaches Mount Kailash. He visits the holy place to complete the Kora, going around the place. Second, the author's physical condition in Darjeeling. The author was not physically well when he reached Darjeeling. His sinuses were blocked due to the cold wind at Hor and he was not able to sleep well at night. The next day, Seton took him to the Darjeeling Medical College and the doctor gave him some medicine that gave him some relief. Third one, the author's meeting with Norbu. The author was feeling rather lonely without Seton, who had left for Lhasa. There were not any pilgrims at Darchain, as he had reached the place much early in the season. It was then Hinorbu, who was a Tibetan and also an academician. He too was there to visit Kailash, and they decided to go there together. Fourth one, Saturn's support to the author during the journey. Saturn was a good and efficient driver. He drove the car very carefully. During the journey, he spoke to the author, giving information about the places they were visiting. He was very caring. At Darchain, when he found that the author was not well, he took him to the medical college and got medicine for him. He was a good Buddhist. Now, fifth one, as a Buddhist, he told me he knew that it didn't really matter if I passed away, but he thought it would be bad for business. Answer. Saturn was a good Buddhist and believed that death was not the end of life. Kailash being a holy place, it would be better for him as it would take him to heaven. Then, if the author would die there, it would be bad for his business, as his credibility will be at stake in looking after the tourist, and later he may not get any customers. Now next is working with words. Explain the use of the adjective in the following phrases. Shaggy monster. Here shaggy monster is hairy, unkempt. Brackish lake is salty. Recti table, wobbly, shaky. Hairpin bend, very sharp bend. And rudimentary general stores means elementary. So students, here we have completed the exercise of that lesson. So you have to write all these answers in your notebook and learn it.